who boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Mistake, if you want to jot it down, that happens in relationship. Most people go to an intimate relationship looking to get something, and they have a bunch of expectations, and if their expectations aren't met, they're upset. And the truth is, a relationship is a place you're supposed to go to give something. But we've been all raised in different ways, and some of us have been raised to think that someone is supposed to look after, love us every single moment a certain way, whatever that way is. But the truth is, relationships are the most beautiful place on earth because, as I said the other day, what happens the minute you experience something that is really enjoyable, really beautiful? What's the first thing most of us want to do? We want to share it with somebody we love. Why? Because, jot this down, the purpose of a relationship is to magnify human emotion. The reason you want to share that experience is in sharing it becomes more in you. You can only experience so much joy, happiness, pleasure in yourself. But when you have someone that's a beloved for you and you share it, it goes to a different level.
Man, the legendary Tony Robbins dropping jewels. You already know what it is. It's Monday. The VOR, Voice of Reason, is in the building to continue this national discussion. Few disclaimers here. Zoe Williams is a chronic failure at relationships, as are most people. Your therapist, your psychologist, your psychiatrist, most people don't have it all together when it comes to relationships. Some people have more tools than others, but because they have more tools and because they know how to work those tools a little bit more efficiently than other people who may have the tools but not know how to work them or don't have the tools at all, it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have problems. Again, we get kind of caught up in the imagery of things. We will see somebody with a few more tools than us or someone who is a little bit more efficient at cultivating and maintaining a relationship, and we automatically put them on a pedestal, making them feel as if, or making ourselves feel as if, this is a person I need to listen to. This is a person who is better than me at this. But the reality of it is we all struggle. We are all works in progress, or what I like to call whips, right? Works in progress. Just because you're a few ticks ahead of someone else doesn't make you the authority of their experience, which is why here on The Voice of Reason, I curate a national discussion on relationship where your participation is vital, because that's how I learn. I listen to you guys. I lean into what you have to say. And tonight's topic is no different. Very powerful topic coming up today. I have some pointed thoughts on it. And once again, non-judgmental space, all perspectives are welcomed, okay? The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Once again, you're listening to the VOR live on KBLA Talk 1580. Tonight's topic, done on purpose. What does it mean to be intentional in relationships? What are you doing on purpose to cause your relationship to thrive? Let me just tell you right now, if you're with someone who is not intentional about you and the relationship, you need to get gone. You need to move. You need to run. No disrespect to those people who do that, but in my estimation, it is a sign of spiritual immaturity, right? Because if you want something, you work to maintain it. You work to cultivate it. Done on purpose. What does it mean to be intentional in your relationships? What are you doing on purpose to cause your relationship to thrive? I have questions. 1-800-920-1580. I want to hear your answers to some of these questions because we're just getting started. How difficult is it to maintain intentionality, right? When our significant other has hurt us. You know how deep of a question? That's a heavy question, right? They hurt us, but we still love them. We hurt them, but they still love us. How then do we maintain the intimacy lubricant? Right? Intentionality. How do we maintain that? Right? How difficult is it to remain intentional when our significant other has hurt us? The Oxford Dictionary defines intentional as done on purpose, deliberate. How do we maintain a deliberate sense of we have to make this work? Because too much time, energy, effort, money, spirit, equity has been, do you understand? Has been invested, right? How do we maintain intentionality? 1-800-920-1580. Intentionality is often a concept that escapes most people. We simply don't think about it. Yet, this very much overlooked concept can mean the world in our relationships. But what exactly is intentionality? 1-800-920-1580. True or false? When you are intentional, you portray your loved one in the best possible light. You build them up, you encourage them, you love on them, and you acknowledge and emphasize their positive qualities over their negative ones. Do we do that when we're being intentional? 1-800-920-1580. Somebody call me right now. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody is hearing this. Agree or disagree? Intentional relationships require each person to be active rather than passive. It requires patience. It requires empathy. It requires understanding. 1-800-920-1580. What does being intentional mean in intimate relationship to you? Call me. For many people, we get intention mixed up with investment, right? Because many people do things for something. As the great Tony Robbins alluded to in the clip we just played. He said most people come into relationship to get something, not really understanding that you go into relationship to give something. You understand? Woo-wee. What does it mean when someone tells you that you need to be more intentional? 1-800-920-1580. Yes or no? True or false? Agree or disagree? Being intentional is essential in relationships because it provides a sense of purpose. When we describe ourselves as intentional, we are saying that we are purposeful in the things that we do and say to our significant other. I want to know your thoughts tonight. Are you in an intentional relationship? A purpose-driven relationship? Or are you in a relationship that is just floating? Are you sitting back waiting on your partner to do something different or to give you something? Or are you actively cultivating a space where mutual giving is possible? 1-800-920-1580. I want to know your thoughts. When I come forward, we're going to start this national conversation. The VOR is on fire.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
For all of us, this generation and the next, there is simply no place in our lives for litter. And yet, it's everywhere we look, and unfortunately, it does belong to all of us. So let's come together and create a litter-free, clean California once and for all. Remember to properly dispose of your trash and recycling. Secure truckloads with tarps to keep debris from flying out. Clean out your car when you're at the gas station. Take pride in your community by organizing a cleanup event or join a cleanup event near you. Zero litter is the goal. Join us at cleanca.com. That's cleanca.com. Let's do it together. Brought to you by Caltrans. cleanca.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA reminds you that when we fight, we win, and we don't black down. LA Community Action Network, or LA CAN, was formed in 1999 when 25 residents of downtown LA came together and acknowledged the problems that existed in their community and made a commitment to do something about those problems, to stand together, organize, and become a force in the community that demands change. Civil rights and preventing the criminalization of poverty are their core projects. In addition, they take on women's rights, the human right to housing, and healthy food access. LA CAN also has projects focused on economic development, civic participation, voter engagement, and community media. While downtown LA remains their home base, with a particular emphasis on the Skid Row community, in 2007, they expanded their housing and healthy food access work into South Central Los Angeles. LA Can believes that power for low-income people and people of color is achieved through a large, active, and well-informed member base that utilizes a multitude of methods to advance their messages and goals. If you'd like to join the Los Angeles Community Action Network and organize people to fight back against oppression, please visit cangress.org. That's cangress.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Check it out.
Jesus, the notorious just. Please us with your lyrical thesis. We just chillin', milk 'em, top billin', silkin', pure linen, vegan, little seeds, Malibu sea breeze, dawn peas, palm trees, cats named Pablo, and milked out Diablo. The williest, this nigga be the silliest. The more I smoke, the smaller the Philly gets. Room 112, where the players dwell, and stash more cash than Bert Fidel. Inhale, make you feel good like Tony. Pick up in your middle like Moni. She don't know me, but she's setting up the money. Try to
ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and family, the voice of reason, back in the building. We got another slapper going. Can intentionality be learned or developed over time, or is it an inherent trait? Do you believe that intentionality is a choice? Why or why not? How can being intentional in our relationships help us navigate challenges and conflicts more effectively? What role does communication play in fostering intentionality in relationships? How does intentionality contribute to building a strong foundation of trust and safety, right? Safe place in intimate relationships. How does intentionality contribute to personal growth and self-awareness within relationships? Are you relating on purpose? What is the purpose of your relationship? Is it to run away from your unhealed wounds? Is it to have some type of respite or some type of vacation from self-work? Is that even possible within the mirrored environment of relationship? I want to talk to you guys tonight. You've been hurt everywhere else. You think you're going to find a relationship that's not going to hurt? Intentionality in the context of relationships refers to the conscious and deliberate actions, thoughts, and behaviors we engage in to foster connection, growth, and mutual understanding with our partners. It involves being proactive and purposeful in our interactions rather than simply reacting or going with the flow. Intentionality refers to self-awareness, mindfulness, and a genuine desire to nurture and strengthen the relationship. If you've done negative things in your relationship and you want to heal those negative things, it stands to reason in a basic logical movement that you should intentionally try to do things to show remorse, to show contrition, to show changed behavior, to show a desire to undo what has been done. Because one thing's for damn sure, we are going to do things to each other that we may not mean. In other words, that we didn't intend. Do you see how intention goes both ways? How many times have you said something to your partner that you wish you could take back. And in a healthy, healed relationship, you should be able to take certain things that you said back. It is an unhealthy position to say you can't take that back spiritually. Because what it's saying is you can cross a line that can't be uncrossed. Well, if you're dealing with spiritual people, conscious people, self-aware people, we understand that we're relating with works in progress, right? With a work in progress. We understand that a work in progress is going to fall 1,000 times a day. Intentionality to me is about getting up, understanding the intent behind what was said. Did you mean it? No, I was angry. Do you believe those words? No, I was frustrated because I felt like I wasn't heard. I felt like I wasn't being respected. So you lashed out. Yes, I lashed out. And I didn't intend to say what I said, even though what I said was hurtful. Now, let me start here. I deeply and truly apologize for offending you in any way, shape, or form. What can I do to show you my sincerity in letting you know that the words that came out of my mouth were not written by my heart? They were written by my wounds. They were written by my frustration. They were written by my shadow. You heard that old saying, charge it to your head and not your heart? 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to y'all. Huh? Being intentional can greatly enhance the quality of our relationships in several ways. Firstly, it allows us to prioritize and invest time and effort into building and maintaining a strong connection with our partner by actively choosing to engage in activities that promote happiness, that promote understanding. If you're not a relationship promoter, if you're not on the street putting up posters and signs saying, hey, let me change it. Let me show my partner that I love them. Let me show my partner that they matter. That's intention too. Because the intent behind why someone does a thing, it actually cements the thing that they've done. I did it because I love you. Or I did it because I was frustrated. Look at it in terms of sport. Right? It's unsportsmanlike in the sport of boxing to continuously foul an opponent. Right? And how does the referee determine if you're continuously fouling a person? They establish intent. You were headbutting Floyd Mayweather. You headbutted him on purpose because you're getting beat up. So you low blowed, or you punched somebody in the groin, or you repeatedly did it. They established the intent. Many of us cannot stomach the humanity of our partner when the frustration comes out and the humanity comes out in them. We can't stomach it. Right? We think they did it on purpose. We think they did it from a space of being personal, a personal attack. And in some cases, it is indeed personal. But intentionality is bidirectional. You can heal your relationship if you focus on intentionality in the way of healing a relationship. We're all going to hurt each other. Dr. Alan Berger, PhD, author of The 12 Steps to Emotional Sobriety, says it this way: we're all victims of victims. We've all been hurt in some way, shape, or form by somebody we truly care about. But if you want to maintain the quality of the relationship, you must get intentional about undoing the hurt that was done. Who's really down to do that kind of work tonight? Intentionality also differs from simply going with the flow or being passive in the relationship. While going with the flow may seem easy and effortless, we live in a society now where all the relationships are, or most people think relationships should be easy. Relationships shouldn't be that hard. You hear people say it all the time, right? I'm going to say it again, and I hope it is clear as a bell. Self-work is difficult work. Shadow work is difficult work. I am in my head about my shortcomings 90% of the day because I'm trying to find a way to improve my spiritual weaknesses, my spiritual challenges, my spiritual shortcomings. Do you understand? Self-work is difficult. And when you're in relationship, the holographically mirrored environment of relationship is designed to reflect your work back to you. So the intention when walking into a relationship should be, how am I going to show up? Right? Being intentional, on the other hand, involves making conscious choices and taking deliberate actions that will align with our values or even challenge those values and goals within a relationship. It requires active participation and a commitment to personal growth and the growth of the relationship. Who wants to be in an intentional relationship? Or who wants to be in a go-with-the-flow relationship? Which one do you prefer? I've been in a go-with-the-flow relationship, and it's always turned out horrible. When I come forward, the national discussion will begin. We got Chicago, Illinois. We've got Oakland, California. We've got Mountain View, Hawaii. Get in here when we come forward.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Chicago is coming off a weekend celebration of the 15th anniversary of the election victory of Barack Obama, who became the first African-American president. The reunion event was in observance of the 2008 election night speech that was held in downtown Grant Park. Obama was joined by former First Lady Michelle Obama, campaign staffers, and volunteers. The legacy of a former Richmond, Virginia mayor will live on long after he's gone. The city has renamed a street for former Mayor Dwight Jones. A sign was put up at 16th and Decatur Streets marking Dr. Dwight C. Jones Way. He served as mayor from 2009 through 2016. City Councilwoman Ellen Robertson praised Jones for making combating racism a main priority. Jones, who was black, tells CBS 6 he thanks God for using him as an instrument to get his work done. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles lets you choose from your fave 4, including a sausage or egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
We boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
If you are a private individual or a small business owner who has had problems obtaining a business loan, credit card, or just even acquiring an apartment, please call Alliance Hillview LP for a free consultation at area code 510-459-6001. That's area code 510-459-6001. Remember, don't let your past determine your future.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, could potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Roll Charmin ultra strong when you drop in the beat. It cleans with way less effort on your seat. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Charmin flows extra strong from the road. Your butt hella clean while you're sitting on the bowl. Yeah, it's all you need for that bathroom groove. Get you in and out without nothing to prove.
Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
At Susan G. Komen, we believe that ending breast cancer needs all of us working together. Because if you've just been diagnosed and don't know where to turn, we've got you. If you can't afford the treatment you need, we've got you. And if you are driven to honor the loved one you've just lost, we have a place for you here. Because of you, we're supporting those who need help today while tirelessly searching for tomorrow's cures. Visit Komen.org and be a part of our Susan G. Komen community today.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold, I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. When I'm calling out her drama, she too defensive to listen. I'll call so. Let looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the mention series. Dana was hogging up the time that I need. Between working or being so clingy, plus the time zone difference don't make it more easy. Oh, so I figured I'd call in early. Turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, yeah. Voices, the show. Yeah. Voices, the show. So just lay back your mind. Something new. Everybody tuning in the zone. Cause he is the voice of reason, yeah.
You know, today I want to talk about intentionality. I was having this conversation yesterday with a friend and thinking about the importance of being intentional. Like the importance of being intentional in our work relationships, the importance of being intentional in our lives, in our romantic relationships. Like intentionality is key. Intentionality is everything, because when we're intentional, we show others that we care. When we're intentional, we show others that we care. You see, when I think about this concept of love, right? Like the concept of what love looks like, and love is very broad. All of us have so many very different definitions and just different, genres of love and what love can look like. But when I think about the concept of love, in order for you to love well, you need intentionality. Intentionality in your friendships, intentionality in your business relationships. Listen, I know the concept of love in business relationships and partnerships doesn't seem like it should fit there, but the reality is we are all human, longing for love, longing for people to see us and know us. That is the point of all of our existences, is that we would feel seen and loved and known, and then make others feel seen and loved and known. Intentionality helps us to see people. It helps us to know people. It helps us to love people well. And intentionality truly is a process. It's a process. It's a journey that we have to take in order to get better at. When I was talking to this friend, we began to have this conversation about really what it looks like to be intentional. We were very specifically talking about in our professional lives. So what it looks like to follow up with people, what it looks like to have consistent conversations with people, what it looks like to remember details about people that nobody else will remember. Intentionality is a process. You're not going to be good at this immediately. I know I'm not great at it even within my romantic relationships. If I'm being super honest, I'm better at being intentional in my relationships in business than I am in my romantic relationships and in my relationships to my family. And that's something I need to work on. That's an area of growth for myself. But what does it look like for you to be intentional, to journey in the process of intentionality, knowing that each and every day you can inch closer toward loving people well, seeing people, knowing people, and loving people well. Intentionality is a process. It takes time to master it. And frankly, I don't think we ever really master it, but we can get better at it. My hope and my...
That brother was cooking. The VOR is back in the building live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know I bring the fire topics, and tonight is no exception. Done on purpose. What does it mean to be intentional in our intimate relationships? What are you doing on purpose to live with another human being? And live well with another human being. And love well with another human being. I'm not talking about being in a relationship that is abusive. I'm not talking about being in a relationship where you are made to feel invisible. I'm talking about being in a relationship with a human being that doesn't intentionally mean to do those things. Any of it. Right? This is not a commercial for domestic violence. It's not. If you're in danger, get out. But if you're with a person who unintentionally made you feel invisible, who unintentionally made you feel small, unheard, please understand, they deserve a little grace too, because it may be unconscious to them. And they may love you with the same ferocity and passion that you love them. But they may be broken in certain areas of their life, and they deserve, even though you are the one that was hurt by them, they deserve some of your grace so that they can rebound. Relationships are a series of rebounds. If you really understand that, when you're in love, relationships, and I'm talking about if you have a different level of consciousness, relationships are a series of rebounds. You're with a human being, they're going to fall a lot. Let's get our callers in here and see what they have to say. Who's been on the longest? Michael from Chicago. Get in here, Chi-Town. Third city in the building.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, man. Yes, sir. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Man, you got real deep in it. First of all, long time listener, man.
Man, I appreciate it.
Michael from Chicago. Man, you got real deep into it, because to be real honest, I've done a lot of messing up in my relationship. Mm-hmm. And me and my girl is still in a relationship, but we go through a lot ever since I messed up those times. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all the way 100. She went through my phone, caught me talking to my baby mama, all the crazy stuff you could think about, for real. But we're still here.
God bless y'all, man. God bless y'all. Many relationships only get one strike. God bless y'all, brother. Keep going.
And man, I just wanted to get your insight on, just like you said, me being intentional, and like, sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I feel like I have to pander because of the bad things that I've done. And am I wrong for feeling that way, or like, should I keep up the pandering, or like, what's your insight on that?
Let me just tell you, let me just be honest with you, 100%. I have felt like a simp, and I have felt like I was pandering to my woman when I've made mistakes. See, let me just tell you this, brother. Sometimes those are erroneous feelings, because we think if we apologize sincerely, we think if we acknowledge and show contrition, that everything should snap back and go back to the way it was before the infraction. And the reality of it is that just doesn't happen, because once you hurt your significant other, they're going to need time. And the problem is, people mix time up with the actual medicine that heals a person. Time doesn't heal anybody. It is the work that they do. So say you apologize sincerely. I sincerely apologize. You lay your heart out on the line, right? Boom. We think, okay, they're going to change back to the way they were before I caused the infraction. Incorrect. So what has to happen is we apologize, and what should happen, and I'm not good at this, is we pull back a little and give them the space they need to process two things. That is the disappointment and the pain they feel from whatever infraction we caused, and for them to process the apology. So sometimes when we apologize, we want instantaneous, okay, we're good, we're back. And sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. Now, here's another angle. The person who caused the pain in the relationship also feels the pain if they really care about the person.
Man, that's deep. I say that, I'll be saying that to her. Man, that's deep right there.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you really love your woman, or your woman really loves you, and y'all hurt each other, or she hurt you, or you hurt her, if you really care about them, you're going to feel their pain too. And you're going to want to be contrite. You're going to want to come to them. There were times my girl said to me, stop apologizing. That's enough. You okay. My girl, she said, you're not defined by your mistake, brother. You're not defined by that. So what I'm trying to tell you is you're not a simp for being sympathetic.
Okay.
Do you hear me? You're not a simp for being empathetic towards a woman that you care about, that you love, that you appreciate, that you value. So don't beat yourself up. And then at the same time, limit your expectations on how you think they should respond to your apology. How about that?
I got that. I hear you on that one.
Yeah.
That's one of my I can say that's probably one of my biggest issues. Like and honestly the issue that I have with her, but it's not really a big issue because I don't want to put it on her, but I feel like she is like stacking the hurt.
Well, understand. Let's get deeper. Let's get deeper. You're gonna stack the hurt if you have a concomitant experience that is unhealed. What do I mean? If you hurt your woman and she's been hurt in a similar way before that has not been dealt with, the new hurt is really a recurring hurt for her.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to remind her of everybody who hurt her in that way. You just like all the others, bruh. I looked at you differently. I never in a million years would imagine that you would do something like this.
Honestly, we can keep this on me. We can keep this on me. We'll keep all of it on me because, like I said, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly say I'm sure I've hurt her multiple times. So it's like my patterns are like for her to like, okay, if I do this time, now we're into it for weeks at a time because that hurt so bad that this triggered that last hurt that you did.
So let me help you. Let me help you with this. You have to be consistent in your intentions. If your intent is to undo what has been done, you have to create a list of intentions to make her feel safe. Remember, women need safety in a relationship with a man. So you got to get consistent on your intent to make her feel safe. Now, the best way to do that, the best way to stay consistent is to simply do this. I'm going to do this because I want to. I'm not doing this because I want a response from you. I'm not doing this because I need you to respond to what I'm doing. That was my downfall. Hold tight, brother. Hold tight, Michael from Chicago. When we come forward, more fire from the voice of reason.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. Environmental justice, pollution, and climate. In Los Angeles and across America, people of color are suffering and dying from disproportionate health impacts on a planet that has less than 10 years to prevent irreversible damage. Heat illnesses, respiratory illnesses, water-related illnesses, food system impacts, insect-related diseases, black maternal health, and mental health effects. As the impacts of climate change mount, millions of vulnerable people, our people, are going to bear the brunt of these extreme environmental events, which will likely lead to forced displacement, loss of cultural identity, and other related risks. These realities are as real as rain, Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details about the most progressive multimedia and live events campaign any black media outlet has ever undertaken to combat the climate catastrophe. Experts, events, empowerment. It's all on the way from unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We don't black down. We level up.
Level up, 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 level up.
This open enrollment season, LA Care Covered is offering health plans starting at $0 a month. Each plan provides benefits including $0 preventive services, 24/7 telehealth services, around-the-clock nurse advice lines, walk-in minute clinics, and more. Shop and compare premium silver plans with $0 deductibles to help meet your health goals. Ready to shop? Visit us online at lacarecovered.org for a commitment-free instant quote or speak with us directly at 855-222-4239. LA Care Covered, your affordable path to wellness.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, the loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Whoa. Do 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 do. Yeah. Tell me, fellas, have you seen her? It was about 5 minutes ago when I seen the hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before. I say, yo, tell the girls I wanna meet her. On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper, spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. I think I'll say, yeah. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. Oh, yeah. And I gotta admit that you got my attention, you're making me want to say, yeah. I know you're trying to leave, but excuse me, miss. I saved the last dance for you. How I love to keep you here with me, yo, baby. Now, so they grab hold of my hand. And let's pretend the flow is ours. You say you don't really dance. Don't worry about it, we just 1-2 step, 1-2 step. Now if the music is moving too fast, grab my hand a little tighter.
My playlist.
Move a little closer.
Young Chris Brown over here, man. The Voice of Reason is on fire, man. You already know, man. It takes a lot of energy to come in here and be turned up every day. But I'm so passionate about it, man. I'm so passionate about what we do in here, man. The Voice of Reason is a different platform where we talk to people from all over the country, holding a national discussion nightly, talking about relationships. People call me a relationship expert. I renounce that. I've never been an expert. I can never be an expert of your experience, right? I may have some insights that have been extrapolated from my personal failures, but even my personal failures and the subsequent answers that come from those failures may not fit your situation. I can never be an expert of your experience, but because we come in and we dialogue together, we tend to grow together. Let me get Michael from Chicago back in here to wrap up his final thought here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I'm not going to hold your line up. You gave me some good insight. I appreciate you. Much love.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. And call in again, man, and let me know how things are going.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. We appreciate it. Yo, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Andy is like, what did he do?
Hey, Zo, what did he do?
I didn't want to get into that. I was going to ask him, but I said, no, I didn't want to get into that. But what I did find as a Kendrick spirit is he did something, and he's apologetic for what he did. So, you understand? I wanted to give him that space to talk about it. I didn't want to run him down. You understand? Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Call me. 1-800-920-1580. Join the discussion. We got Sean from Oakland, California. Get in here.
Brother Zoda.
Yes,
what a
sir.
great conversation with the last caller, and this intentionality thing. So I was really just happy that he called into your show, answering Andy's question, because, had he not called in and reached out, he was reaching out.
Yeah.
This says a lot about the brother. It means he was really trying to figure out where he made his errors, right? We all make these errors. All of us. It doesn't matter, man, women, woman, whatever. We all make errors. But he was acknowledging that he made a bunch of errors. And so my thing that I say about this is that that's part of it. You have to understand that this is a process, which you've mentioned beautifully. It is the fact that, be intentional. If you really, really care about the person you're with, if your partner, whomever it is, be intentional. And also, sometimes, this is the hard part. Sometimes we say things, because I'm very chatty, and I've made the mistake a million times, is that I say things that I know I understand with no intentional negative thing about it, but it could be considered condescending. And I'll say things, just because, I'm kind of joking around, doing my thing. But, if your other person doesn't see it that way, and they see it as condescending, and, it kind of rubs them the wrong way, don't double down and try to explain your, misspeaking self.
Wait, hold tight. Hold tight, Sean. Stay with me. When we come forward, we're going back to Oakland to get the rest of Sean's dirt.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Chicago is coming off a weekend celebration of the 15th anniversary of the election victory of Barack Obama, who became the first African-American president. The reunion event was in observance of the 2008 election night speech that was held in downtown Grant Park. Obama was joined by former First Lady Michelle Obama, campaign